Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Curaçao versus El Salvador, the first of two games tonight. We are here, we're ready to go. They've walked out, and we are running. We got Curaçao, El Salvador, Group B, CONCACAF Gold Cup 2025, Group B. Curaçao contra El Salvador de la Copa de la CONCACAF. Grupo B, fase de grupos. Two teams who will play Canada later this group stage. The two teams that are the underdogs in this group, so to speak. Honduras, probably the favorite to get out the second place. Canada, of course, favorite to win all three games, but they play them for a reason. Curaçao and El Salvador trying to upset the hierarchy here. Game 6, here we go. Also, Stanley Cup playoffs. Starting 11, Eloàrd for Curaçao in goal. Former Columbus Crew goalkeeper. The back four of Sherelle Floranis, Roshan Ben Ejima, Urin Gari, Cuco Martina. The defensive midfield two of Livano Comencia, Leandro Bacuna. We have Kenji Gore, Juninho Bacuna, and Jurel Margarita. Midfield attacking three, and Gervain Castanier up top for Curaçao. For El Salvador, in goal we have Mario Gonzalez, the back four Brian Tamakis. We have Julio Cibrian. We have Jorge Cruz and Diego Flores. The midfield two of Melvin Cartagena and Brian Landeverd. The midfield three of Elvin Alvarado, Harold Osorio, Jairo Enriquez, and Brian Heel up top for El Salvador. How did Jamaica lose? Guatemala scored, and Jamaica has a horrible coach who doesn't know how to coach a game in the year of our Lord 2025. I know, Pacharo. I know. Stu's in goal for the Oilers. Yeah. I mean, Pickard didn't play well the last game, so I don't blame him. I don't blame him. How's Dortmund so bad? Well, they were sixth in the Bundesliga, or they weren't that good in the Bundesliga this past year. I'm not surprised Fluminense got a result against them. Starting 11 again for Curaçao. Rum, Floranis, Ben Ejima, Gari, Martina, Leandro Bacuna, Comencia, Gore, Juninho Bacuna, Margarita, and Castanier for Curaçao. So, why is the Canada game so late? Because they're playing in Vancouver. They're on the Pacific time zone. That's why. Well, PayPal Park is too. But either way, Gonzalez, Flores, Cruz, Cibrian, Tamakis, Cartagena, Landeverd, Enriquez, Osorio, Alvarado, and Heel for El Salvador. But again, it makes sense because it's Honduras, Canada. It's the two best teams in the group playing the first game of the group in Vancouver. Of course, it's the late one. What, you think they put Curaçao, El Salvador late? You're crazy. Nobody. Look at the stadium. I expected a little bit better of a crowd, considering it's El Salvador in California. No. Man, the crowds have been sort of bad. Well, of course I don't know how well the Hondurans travel to Vancouver, but I'm sure it's not going to be the best. Like, you'll hear a pop if Honduras score, but they're not going to score. Not against Canada. Oh, God. If that happens... No. No. Please, God, if that happens. No. Or please, God, don't make that happen. When I say call the pirate, I don't mean call the freaking jester of the freaking crew. The dude would probably get you driven into a freaking iceberg like the Titanic, not him. I mean the captain. I mean the captain. And here we go. Curaçao playing forward. Oh, good tackle by El Salvador. Free kick the other way. Okay, I see it. Yep. The referee tonight is Carla Itzel Garcia, the center ref. Damn good ref. She is a damn good ref. I think he was laughing at what I said. She is a damn good ref. She calls pretty good games, I would say. She's honestly probably one of the better referees in CONCACAF, which is crazy. Yeah, I'm confident. I'm very confident. I'm very confident. I'm 100% confident, really. I'm not scared of Honduras. I mean, you play the games for a reason, but I ain't scared of Honduras. I ain't scared of El Salvador, and I ain't scared of Curaçao. I ain't scared of Saudi Arabia. I ain't scared of this United States. I'm certainly not scared of Jamaica. I'm certainly not scared of Panama. Hell, I'm not scared about Mexico. The team I'm scared of the most would be Mexico, but even then, that's only like, what, 10%? 20% scared of them? That's the one team I'd like accept being beat by is Mexico, which that's definitely probably going to be the final, which the reaction to that probably wouldn't make any sense if I would accept it. But losing to anybody other than Mexico, I could sort of accept losing to Mexico. They won the Nations League. They look at least somewhat competent of the Big Five compared to the United States and Panama. And Panama's competent, but they're not good enough to beat Canada. They can't beat Canada like they do the United States. They don't beat Mexico either. Well, I'd be glad if he did, but I don't want to see him there at all. Call the Pirate. Call the Pirate. 3 minutes in. So my point is this. I'm not scared of anybody when it comes to River got a good result. They did. Urawa did not look that good. But then again, I had them finishing fourth anyway, so I kind of saw it coming. Or I did see it coming. Urawa, I saw them losing to River. Sebastian Driussi scored in that game, by the way. Former Austin FC man, Sebastian Driussi scored in that game. Yeah. So, how about that? Speaking of, let's see. Mamelodi Sundowns are beating Ulsan Hyundai. What? Hold on. Oh, no. Oh, no. That might be an upset. That might be one of the first upsets of the tournament. Well, one of the first couple upsets of the tournament. Exactly. That's exactly what Mexico is. I don't know if I call Raul world class, but he's acting like it right now. Paper Tiger, but if he scores, yes, the rest of the team follows. Yep, Sebastian Driussi, 48th minute for River Plate. Also, is that Maximiliano Mesa? Oh, former Monterrey player Maximiliano Mesa scored for River Plate as well. 2 former CONCACAF players scored against Urawa. Yes. Yeah, he's always been. Oh, no. Argentinian always playing in Argentina's Colido. Yeah. There you go. It's the summer. I know England doesn't get that hot, but it's the summer. Hate to tell you. It's the summer, kid. It's the summer, so it's going to be hot. The severe weather expert, well, it's not severe. Well, heat, I guess, could be severe weather in certain ways. In certain ways, I guess it could be. If there's a heat wave, I guess you could say there's severe heat, but is it either way? Just like, I guess, frostbite, like deep cold is severe as well. Like, I don't know. Hurricanes are severe weather, but it's its own thing. Severe storms, tornadoes, hail, wind. Yeah, it's, well, hey, when they won last year, he did the drum. Yeah. Hopefully you stay safe. Air conditioner, lots of water. Stay inside as much as you can. 30 degrees Celsius. Hold on. Let me watch out for heat stroke. I would look up the symptoms of heat stroke if you're going to be out a lot. I would look that up. 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, that's nothing. 86 degrees Fahrenheit. That's nothing. I wore a suit 90 plus degree weather in August in Mississippi. 86 is nothing, but since you're not used to it, look up the symptoms of heat stroke. Have lots of water. Don't go outside much, but if you do go outside, look up the symptoms of heat stroke. If you have air conditioning, I would make sure that's on. Saved. Cold, of course. Stay hydrated and safe. Oh, well, water. Lots of water. And you probably should look up the symptoms of heat stroke anyway then. Lots of water. Get a fan if you have a fan. Maybe a bucket of ice wouldn't hurt either to dump your face in if you wanted to. Maybe put a bucket of ice in your bathtub. I don't know. Since that's the case. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Playing forward, 8th minute. You know, I mean, 86 is nothing, but to me, 86 is nothing. I mean, I've drank Coke during really hot weather. As long as you stay hydrated, that's a good thing. Well, yeah, stay hydrated for sure. Ball crossed in by El Salvador, cleared away by Curaçao. Stay hydrated is my point. I mean, look at me, right? Look at what I drink all the time on camera, right? So stay hydrated is my point. Water's probably better in that case, but I don't follow that rule. You know, I don't. Like when it's hot, I've drank Coke when it's hot and I'm outside, and as long as I'm drinking, you know, stay hydrated. Hey, well, there you go. Good timing then. But I'm just saying, keep aware of how you're feeling. Keep aware of the temperatures. It's funny that I have to say this because 86 degrees is nothing to me during the summer. It's nothing to me. It's nothing. It's hot, but it's nothing. Yeah. Saludos. Saludos, amigo. Saludos. 10 minutes, 0-0, 0-0. Esta noche mi bueno. Kazakh versus Wales. Wales wins. I know Japan plays the USA in September. Well, as I said to Newcastle Newcastle guy, same thing to you, because 85 degrees in New York City is pretty crazy. Not as crazy as in England, but it's crazy. So stay safe, watch out, air conditioning if you do, stay hydrated, same stuff. Good start from the Ol. Big Ol! Gracias. Yeah, watch out. Putting pressure on Florida. 11th minute. 0-0, 0-0. I could see that. Oh. That's not. There we go. Whatever happened there. Playing forward, 0-0. They're surviving. They're surviving. They have more possession. Corner here. El Salvador's not that good either. It's basically the battle of the frauds. Curaçao, they did finish under. No, they finished above Haiti, so I did not expect that. So, cross in. Shot saved by Gonzalez. Rebound. Shot block. Corner. Curaçao. They actually have expected goals on the board now. I don't say they're fraudulent yet. Ahora estoy en hotel con Vega y Gallardo en Dallas. Cross in. Mm. 13th minute. Los jugadores de Toluca. Thirteenth minute. Are you kidding me? Marchand scored again? Okay. He actually did. Mucho fracaso de Edmonton. Mucho fracaso de Edmonton. Sam Reinhart. Oh. Well, Florida still scored, though. I don't really get it. Like, that dude does so much. Like, he does so much. Like, he does sports and politics. Like, he does everything. I kind of respect it, though. Because I could do the same thing. I'm just a little bit. I don't feel like I could do the same thing. I just want to leave it alone because I feel that's like the smart play instead. I don't know. Ekholm, bruh. Mucho fracaso, Edmonton. Yeah, they're losing today, aren't they? It's over. It's over. What's Ekholm and Bouchard doing? They're the good ones. Jesus. 16th minute, 0-0. Adios, Helino, Bienvenido, Ricardo Horta. Ricardo Horta, cumpa de Andre Horta de la LAFC. Ricardo Horta. A compañero. Cumpa. Yeah. De la Andre Horta LAFC. I'm saying are Ricardo Horta and Andre Horta, the one who used to play for LAFC, brothers? I could have sworn, I think I just heard somebody say Ricardo Horta would have been better than Andre on like LAFC's Reddit or something. So I think they are, but yeah, I would agree with that. How we doing, Sean? 17th minute. Son hermanos. I want a little bit Italian with the Cumpa. Yeah. Panthers are up 1-0, I know. Nothing happened in the Curaçao. Los Tu de Braga. Ah, see. Stanley Cup incoming, probably. For Los Panteras de la Florida. Los Panteras de Florida. Yeah. See. 18th minute. Los Gatos de Florida. Bicampeón de la Florida. Bicampeón de la Florida. It's not. Yes. 18th minute. You think the Oilers are done? It's looking like it. Nil, 0-0. It's looking like they might actually be done. Good to see Eloy still playing, yeah. He's still kicking. Huh. Oh. First ever severe thunderstorm warning for Juneau, Alaska. That's crazy. 18th minute. Playing forward. Oh. Because that's just sports. Sometimes the other team is just that better. A thunderstorm for Alaska, severe thunderstorm. Early, there's still a lot of time. He's staying at Tottenham. I don't see him leaving yet. Yep. Eloàrd goal kick. 19th minute, 0-0. Canada plays at 9:15. We'll be here for that. Or 9:30, I should say. We'll be here for that. Shake it off. LAFC, I think. LAFC and Son. I like the thought of that. I did. read that somewhere that somebody was like, I think that would be awesome. I think that was LAFC's Reddit, the same thing I was seeing about the Horta brothers. But, I actually think that's a good idea. I would agree with that. Son at LAFC, I think, yeah, that fits. Son on the other side of Bouanga with Ordaz down the middle, or Abobase, or Giroud. I think that might actually make Giroud worth a damn. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Like, if they know they could just force down that side of Bouanga, they are. If you open it up a little bit for Bouanga because you have Son on the other side and Giroud actually could get service from either side, or Ordaz or Abobase, I think actually it might help LAFC be more dynamic. I don't think they're dynamic enough right now. They're still good. Dynamic attack, though, if it's basically like put everything on Bouanga and just try and stop them. It depends if you can. It's not 100%, but LAFC, I think that's actually a really good. Son and Urice as co-captains. Oh, also, they would be playing together. Yeah, that also helps. Honduras, if they're not top of the World Cup qualifiers, they'll be in trouble. They will not make World Cups. They won't win in the playoff. Most CONCACAF teams probably won't. No, I need it for games like this. Or I can auction it and use the money to buy a Honduras jersey and buy an Olympia jersey. And actually, even if it's only on TikTok Shop. Oh. You know what? I'm not going to say yes, but I'm thinking. I'll think about it. 22nd minute. I'll think about it. I'm not saying yes, but I'll think about it. Signed? Okay, that's... Well, like autograph the logo or something? I don't know. Autograph the crest or something? I don't know. Actually, that might work. .23 minute 0-0. Because I saw it in 2021 at like box lunch at the mall, and I like SpongeBob because I grew up watching SpongeBob, and I grew up watching shows like Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron and all that, Drake and Josh, all like it may be the neurodivergence, but it's cool. It's cool. I think it's cool. A SpongeBob football jersey kind of looks like an Adidas football jersey because, 2 stripes instead of 3. And it also fits the colors of a lot of Central American teams. So it's better than a John Cena shirt, I think. I don't know. Than a random John Cena shirt. It's better, I think. I don't know. At least it's a football jersey. Ish. Until I get like an Olympia jersey or a Honduras jersey or or El Salvador or so on and so forth. Oilers already fighting. Unfortunate Liv Morgan injury, yep. So, it fits the color scheme. I like SpongeBob. I grew up watching a lot of those shows. I still watch SpongeBob a good bit. I won't even lie. Neurodivergence, and I just like it. So I like to wear things that fit the colors of the color scheme of at least one of the teams that are playing. That's why I wear a Cowboys jersey when Motagua plays, because they wear the Cowboys navy blue colors. That's why I wear that Huddersfield jersey when Alajuelense plays, because it looks just like an Alajuelense jersey by the same manufacturer. That's why I wear Mets jerseys when NYCFC plays, because they play in New York and they have orange and blue. If I don't have their jersey, I try to get the color. Also, the goalkeeper Adidas shirt for Jamaica, neon green. Also, Seattle works for that as well. I have a Portland jersey, so I don't have to wear a green John Cena shirt to a dark green John Cena shirt to do a Portland game now. I could just wear my Portland jersey, but I have an Argentina jersey. If Argentina plays, I could wear, I have a couple of Miami jerseys. I have a lot of Toronto jerseys. I have Canada, USA, Mexico. I like collecting jerseys, but also I don't have a full collection yet, so I got to F around with colors and stuff, but, it is what it is. That was awesome. What do you think? SpongeBob's on the back. It's a SpongeBob jersey. Even though it looks like an outfield jersey, so why is it number 1? But either way, I have a problem with that. I won't even lie. I'm honestly surprised. Dominican, they played very well. I'm actually very impressed with how they played, and honestly, they should have got a point. Mexico's not looking good. I won't say a joke, but they're not looking good. It looks like their magic fairy dust of Raul basically carrying them to relevance under Aguirre is starting to fall apart. I've actually heard people complaining about Aguirre's tactics. That wasn't happening a couple of months ago. Santi, I know Raul scored, Edson scored, and basically had a half goal, but as well as Montes. I didn't like it for Mexico. If I was a Mexico fan, I'd still be angry. I'd be like, yeah, we got 3 points, but it's not a good enough performance. They got to be better. If that's the Mexico Canada's going to face on July 6th, the bad part is Mexico can make the final easily still playing like that. They could even still beat Panama like that. Do I think Canada would let that Mexico, would punish that Mexico that we saw against Dominican? For sure. For sure. But nobody else can. That's the problem. I think they'll get through by the skin of their teeth like that until they play Canada, and then Canada's going to get their revenge for March. It's going to be that simple. Again, I'm not afraid of this Mexico because this is exactly what they are. This is what I've been saying, that this is what they really are. This is what they really are. I'm not surprised this is happening. This is what they really are. But they thought they could gaslight themselves into thinking they actually have a chance and they're actually more stable than the USA, which they at least won the Nations League, but okay. Just because you're cooking doesn't mean you score, but El Salvador got the ball going forward right now. Brought down. Still El Salvador. Curaçao is putting players in position to defend well, though. So, 4-on-4 benefits the Oilers. I agree with that. Well, that is a good kid, I should say. I wouldn't say I agree with it, but it's cool. Cool kit. Canada, Mexico. I predicted the USA to get grouped, which that will not happen now. But even then, I think Canada would still play USA semifinals, possibly. I had Saudi Arabia winning that group, so they could still play the USA in the semifinal. They're going to win. I don't think Mexico played well. I don't think they played well. They got lucky. Well, I won't say lucky. They got through by the skin of their teeth. They did the bare minimum. The Dominican Republic took the game to them. They were not afraid. And that's part of the battle in CONCACAF, is if you're not afraid, you look better, even if you're playing a big boy, a big team, right? Part of the battle is not looking afraid. And the DR wasn't afraid. I didn't see fear on him. As Canada showed in 2021, if you don't look afraid, it's a lot easier to win against teams you think are big teams in CONCACAF. And they've taken that forward as well to the European games and the African games and others. So, and honestly, that's just sports. If you don't look afraid as the other team, you have a better chance of winning. If you're afraid of the other team, you've mentally put yourself on the back foot. And a lot of CONCACAF minnows are afraid to play Mexico, afraid to play Canada, afraid to play the USA. You know the likely result. But if you take the fight to them, who knows what will happen? Look at Grenada. They never look afraid. That's why I like how they play. Because they don't look afraid. They just play. It doesn't work? No. Do they allow goals? Yeah, but you know you're probably losing to those big teams. Why would you look afraid? What's the point of looking afraid? I don't understand it. Yeah, do it. Uruguay and Paraguay qualify. What a run they'll be. Colombia could still slip. $300. Well, it's worth it. Exactly. They've done very well recently. Yep. Yep. I agree. Suriname and Costa Rica are still there. I'm interested to see how the DR plays Suriname and Costa Rica, actually. I'm very interested to see how that plays out. You know, I'm very interested to see how that plays out. I thought this group would be too hard for them, but it's not. They've grown even more than I thought, I should say. If he goes anywhere, it'll be Toronto. Haiti goes all in. I remember 2016 Copa America. They kept shooting. Ultimately, they scored versus Brazil. Exactly. Haiti's another team that's not afraid. Like, Haiti goes for it. Like, I've never not seen Haiti go for it. Like, they're a tough play. They're a tough team to play. I remember when Canada went down to them in 2019, and I was pissed about it. Canada was up 2-0. They lost 3-2. Haiti don't quit. They're not afraid. That's why part of their growth has happened is because they're not afraid. Like teams like St. Kitts are afraid to play the big guns. Also, Guadeloupe, right? Guadeloupe. And they've had their moments, but Guadeloupe. Martinique. Like, why play with fear? Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, yeah, the odds are against you, but why play with fear? Like, playing with fear just means you're going to lose. Play the damn game. See what happens. Yeah, you're still likely going to lose. Sure, maybe you'll steal a point. Maybe you'll shock somebody. Hell, even Trinidad plays with fear sometimes. Look at the last game against the USA. Nobody should be fearing that USA side that they played. And they played with fear. I never took Dwight York for a fearful man, but all right. Okay. Nil. Settle. Exactly. Like, it's like guerrilla warfare. Yeah, it's hard to win, but why would you be afraid? What's the score? 0-0. Settle. Yeah, I could see that. Interesting. Playing forward, shot saved by Eloàrd. Suriname seems somewhat decent. Because they were. I mean, Brazil's worse now, but sometimes you have bad performances. Nice. Half day of the last year. Well, I guess finals. I know that when I was in high school, our last days of the year were 3 finals days. So technically they were half days. It was like hour and a half long finals, no lunch. Like 1, 2, and 3 the first day, then like 7, 6 an early bird. Never took an early bird class. And then 5 and 4. Normally your lunch period was 4 or 5. And advisory period was 4 or 5. I never had a third period lunch, I don't think. That would suck. That would suck. I've always said that would suck. 36-minute 0-0. So basically, yeah, our last day every year that I was in high school was a half day because you only have one class to take. I only have one class. Also, the end of the first semester as well. Oh, yeah, one class to take a final for. If it was the first one, out that damn door at 9:10. If it was fifth hour, well, 9:10 plus an hour and a half, 10:40, something like that. Which still's not bad. Still's not bad. It's actually better than most half days. It's normally 11:45. Well, after a long time, African qualifiers started. They were a March long break now in September. While long break, my favorite is Salah, Liverpool star. Didn't they have to do like AFCON qualifying? Didn't they still have to do that? I think that's why it was such a long break. I think they started to do AFCON qualifying. Will you be watching the Monterrey game? No. Canada. Geraldo Becker's amazing talent. I agree. How we doing, Henry? Exactly. That's how you got to beat Bob. Oh. Still. Damn, it's weird then. School days after finals. Huh? That's wild. I'm going to guess, well, they don't move. I guess what? Snow days? That's probably why. So the snow days. So basically those are used to. Oh, weird. That defeats the purpose of a snow day. Like going back to. Okay. That doesn't make any sense. And then even then, Zoom era, so you might not even have snow days truly anymore anyway. But like going to redo a snow day, as in like they move it to the end of the year, is to catch up on what you missed. Whatever. Huh? I mean, the VR headset thing is funny, but what? There's a game? I don't know if I want to know. I don't know if I want to know. Yes, Alex? 10 a.m. lunch? Oh, my God. That was about third hour, yeah, for me in high school. Now, I would lose my shit. I would lose my shit if I got a third hour lunch. I never did. Especially if it was like 3A. I think it was just 3B. I don't think they ever did 3A. I think they did 3A advisory, 3B lunch, if I remember correctly. Like they halved it. It's like it was a 55-minute period. They gave you like 20 minutes of advisory and about 30 minutes to eat. Something like that. Something like that. Yeah, that's not much, isn't it? 40th minute. 10 a.m. I'd lose it, man. I mean, I eat breakfast. Like when I went to school, I ate like damn toaster strudels at like 6 in the morning. Right? I don't think a 10 a.m. lunch. I don't know. Damn. That'd be insane. What kind of school is that? Cool. Club World Cup's important too. Group stage game. I don't like the Panthers, so. What if the Leafs were in the finals? Well, then I'd have to make a decision, wouldn't I? 41st minute. 0-0. Yamal's dating like some 30-year-old, isn't he? It's up to him. I would say somewhat good football, but counterattacks are definitely part of it. I'd say half and half. Half and half. 42nd minute. Augusto cooks Monterrey. Well, not bad. Curaçao's playing so dirty. Panama, Jamaica, Honduras, Costa Rica will decide last place. Honduras versus Costa Rica will decide last place. Fair. Panama, Jamaica. Jamaica should still get out of that group. 43rd minute. Panthers scored again. I don't even have it. Wait, do I have FC 25? I do, but I think, oh yeah. Either way, I barely played it because I got more of this to do. Either way. FC 25. Kachuk. Congratulations. I'm proud of you, man. It's a beautiful moment. As in leaks. FC 24. You mean FC 26? Ah. 9:30 a.m. lunch. I'd smash my head against a wall. Luis Enrique may make his debut. Good for him. You know, I agree. I don't want to get too hyped anyway. I ate 2 chicken strip wraps in like 15 minutes before this started. Like I just gulped those things down. Me eating fast doesn't really stick well with me. I don't know why. It's always been that way. Ugh. If I get too hyped, maybe I'll puke. We don't want that, do we? So I'm glad this game's boring. I'll be fine by the start of the Canada game, but it's like with all this damn schedule, you know, it's like shit, I can't really eat. And then we have like a quick turnaround for tomorrow afternoon, so I can't really eat after because I guess I could, but I got to-do list things to do after, so, and then make the video. It's not great, you know. Then you have to sleep, and it's not, have to sleep a little bit earlier, so this is busy as shit, man. I'll be surprised, like, I don't know. Actually, I did get 8 hours of sleep today. I did. Good. I did. It was good. Matthew Tkachuk scored. 84 in Spanish. That's a pretty good grade. Mucho éxito. 1 minute of stoppage time, 0-0. I really should have taken Spanish in high school. Like, you didn't have to take a language. You didn't have to take a language. That was an elective. I should have taken Spanish. Knowing what I'm doing now, probably would have been better for me to actually take Spanish, but I didn't take any language. I mean, I'm not that bad anyway, learning myself, but would have been helpful. And just watching TUDNA would have been helpful. I mean, probably would have been better off. I don't think I'm that bad, but I think I have a pretty good handle on it. But I really, like, if I could go back to 2015, whenever I picked my classes, I'd be like, dumbass takes Spanish. Why? Just listen to me. Just listen to me. And it's halftime, 0-0. Huh. I don't know if they don't need him. Like, who's going out? So, second half, we'll take a short break. Sure. Back to Monterrey versus 2-0 Panthers. Mexico, Suriname score prediction 2-1 Mexico. It's not going to be pretty, but damn. Just started. It's a Gold Cup day. Speaking of, let's see what the other result at the Club World Cup was. Ulsan Hyundai versus Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns beat Ulsan. Oh. Shit. Oh. Well, ain't that some? Hmm. Well, with that being said, the USA national team's in shambles. Maybe a hot take. I think everybody said that. 65% confident. I think Suriname can beat them if they play like they did against the DR. That's probably like a 35% chance. Wouldn't shock me. Well, it would kind of shock me, but wouldn't be too shocking. I mean, 35% is not a bad percentage. It's not awesome, but it's something. It's something. With that being said, sit tight. We'll take a short break at the half. Talk about the stats. Get this one going. Sit tight. 0-0. Settle. We're back for the stats of the half. I mean, yeah. I don't see the problem with it. 25 and 30 is nothing compared to... I mean, I feel bad for Lamine Yamal. Sort of. I mean, it's up to him. But, like, kid's 18 and he's with a 30-year-old. That's a little bit... That's a side eye. Besides, I'd still be the younger one, but, like, 25 and 30 is nothing. Like, there's a little difference, I guess. But, like, much more similar wavelengths, in my opinion, from 25 and 30 than 18 and 30, if that's I don't think there's really much difference. Besides, I'd still be the younger one. So I don't know. I mean, yeah. So we're back for the half. Exactly. But Saudi's going to be a little bit tough, but still first intermission in Florida. All right. Nice. Anaheim, the home of the Angels. Starting 11, 50. Stats of the half. No. Stats of the half. 58% possession to 42% possession. 1 shot to 5. El Salvador has 5 shots. Oh. 1 shot to 1 on goal. 166 accurate passes to 103, 81% to 71%, 11 fouls to 7, 2 corners to 1, 1 shot to 5, 0 shots off goal to 3, 1 shot on goal to 1, 205 pass to 145, 81% pass accuracy to 71. We have 10 throws to 9, 1 offside to 2, 2 yellow cards to 2, 0 red cards to 0, 0-0. 0-0 medio tiempo. Curaçao, I still think they look like the better team. Overall, I still think they look like the better team, the more solid team. But it is very close. It's very tight. It's a very tight game. I don't see much heavy overplaying for either side in this game. Wouldn't that technically be a draw? Wouldn't those both technically? Yeah, so what was the 4th loss? Huh. Argentina twice. Either way. Cool. That sounds nice. Maybe I'm a jinx. Maybe I'm not. Mexico ain't the Florida Panthers, though. So that helps. But maybe I'm a jinx. I don't know. I say what I think. I'm not going to change my prediction just so my team can win. If I am a jinx, I'm a jinx. But I'm going to say what I think. But I'm going to say what I think's going to happen. If it doesn't, so be it. I'm not the only one who looks like an asshole when I make predictions. Look at the freaking Irish guy. Dude's got to do 30 forfeits next year. Dude's still eating bananas. Like, I'm the only guy who looks like an asshole with my predictions. Come on. Yeah, I might be a jinx. That's why they're called predictions. If everything was done on paper, well, shit. We'd all be right, wouldn't we? On the 22nd, yeah. Yeah, there's still games going on. Yeah. Those aren't up yet because I'm only doing like 3 days at a time of setting them all up. But I will be live on the 22nd. If they are, they are. I'm not going to pick Mexico just so Canada could win. If I'm a jinx, I'm a jinx. So be it. No. No. And then I'll look bad if I change my prediction just to help my team win if I am a jinx. I'm not doing it. It's not honorable. It's not honorable. I stick with my prediction until the bitter end. Hell, even when I've repredicted rounds of the Champions Cup, I normally stick with what I normally did unless I'm so obviously I have to change it. Like it so obviously needs to be changed, like the Galaxy or such, or the Crew. Rarely will I change a prediction. Rarely. Rarely. And I picked Cruz Azul to win the Champs Cup, and they did. So, what do you mean? Real Madrid Pachuca is what I'll be live for the Club World Cup and reviewing it because it's Pachuca versus Real Madrid. So, yes. Yes. Second half about to start. Jonathan Osorio is set to become the first Canadian men's national team player to play in 7 CONCACAF Gold Cups. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And we're off in the second half. Playing forward, 45th minute, Curaçao. Playing forward. So far, has a good chance to make MLS All-Stars. Will make sense. He's been done pretty well. Been doing pretty well. 46th minute. Oh. 46th minute. 0-0. Mohamed Sofo to Salzburg. We really no. Don't do that to him. Leipzig. Oh, by the way, I'll be live tomorrow for Pachuca and Salzburg. First, of course, Real Madrid plays Al Hilal. We're live for that. We'll be live for Pachuca versus Salzburg tomorrow and review it. And then Mexico, Suriname. Yep. He did pretty well, all things considered. Because it's on TNT. That's why. It's on TNT. That's why. ESPN's next year. It flips every year between the two. '48th minute. But 48th minute. Still 0-0 between Monterrey and Monterrey's game. 48th minute. Picked up by Gonzalez, or it goes out for a goal kick. Well, it can't be picked up, but he still checked it out on the way. '48 minutes. Who are you going for? Monterrey. Well, yeah, Monterrey. Honestly, Milan don't even deserve to win after the shit they pulled. Let's be real. Corner for Curaçao. '50th minute. Cross in. Oh, they'll be clear away by El Salvador. Happy to see Jesus Ferreira play the Club World Cup too. Wish he would have scored. He wasn't scored against. He wasn't going to score. Well, that sucks. Well, kind of shows you. I mean, Jesus Ferreira wasn't scoring against Botafogo. I hate to tell you. That's above his level. Of course he wasn't scoring. Maybe he'll... Oh, wait. Oh, no, he's not scoring at all in the group stage. Oh, yeah, because it's PSG and Atletico. Yeah, there's no way. I'd say Atletico's probably his best shot that's left. He ain't scoring against PSG. Not at all. 51st minute. Playing forward. Yeah, but I mean, well, you couldn't have got an MLS team, but I mean, Boca, I could have seen him scoring against Boca. Maybe not after last night. ES Tunis. Mamelodi Sundowns. Wydad Alain. Salzburg. I could see him scoring against Salzburg, which that would be the biggest feather in his cap ever. So they're still a European team, but they're a joke. Porto, I could have seen. There's a couple of teams I could have seen him scoring against. Darmian just missed. 52nd minute. playing forward, or not yet. We're waiting to see what happens. 53rd minute corner. Grade A snooze fest. Yep, I agree. I agree. I agree. This is boring. This game is boring. Corner. Header. Save. Saved. Saved by Gonzalez. Canada better put on a show. Yes. Yes, I do. Canada still plays at 9:30. So, this is their group. They're going to play these teams. They're playing at 9:30. I didn't really want to do a double tonight. My decision. Not a good one, but, you know, sometimes you choose the wrong path. That's life. Sometimes choose the wrong path. That's life. When he goes to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Goal. Monterrey. Monterrey scored. Rayado scored. Sergio Ramos, of course. Let me guess, it was a header. Let me guess, it was a header. Sergio Ramos. Don't get it twisted. They cooked Haiti, but it was all on counterattacks. Haiti dominated that game, but they didn't take their chances. Fair enough. 55th minute. I said Monterrey could finish top 2 in this group. This makes the River Plate game a little bit less worrisome if they hold on. And if they beat River, they might win the group, because I don't see Ottawa beating Monterrey. I don't see that. '51st minute. I have zero clue. Actually, is it on 2DNA? No, it's not. Why? Why not? It's a Mexican team. Just the zone, because of course it is. I was like, okay, maybe. No. I was like, maybe. Oh, well, that's helpful. Actually, let's see. This is helpful. Gold Cup and hockey multi-view. This is helpful. Monterrey's leading 1-0. 1-0. This can't be. How we doing, Chanfle? How we doing, Ilias? This is good. I can watch both games, and then when Canada comes on, boom. Actually, if I'm not, so be it. Yeah, I'm not then. Okay. 57th minute, 0-0. Good save from Andrada. Good. Think you should switch games. Yeah, but still will only be the first half. Because Inter is a joke. And also, they have a coach who's not even good. They got the Romanian Solskjaer, Christian Kivu, the Romanian Solskjaer. They're trash. They're trash, 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 trash. That's what they are. They're trash. Dude, this is a team that just got beat 5-0 in the UEFA Champions League final. Why is it surprising Monterrey is beating them? They haven't even started playing yet, and they're at BC Place. It should not be empty. By the way, they haven't even started yet. They don't start till 9:30. I'm sure the stadium will be full. It's BC Place in Vancouver. If it isn't full, I'm going to be pissed. Second team with the most Scudettos. Because it's been 9 years. People grow up. He's in college now, I think. Of course he's going. I think there's a pretty obvious answer for that. It's been 9 years. Guatemala game had more fans judging so far. Yeah. Probably one of the games with the most fans at the Gold Cup. But Canada hadn't even started yet. You mean Curaçao, Salvador? Yeah, that's pretty empty. '60th minute. Playing forward. They deserve to have their moment in the sun if they win. Still 0-0 between Curaçao and El Salvador. Edmonton. It's honestly more fun to watch this. I actually have the multi-view of both. How are the Oilers forgetting it was a must-win? Florida just knows how to shut them down. They just know how to win. Shot saved by Sam Bennett. Covered. Yeah, but Monterrey plays Urawa. Urawa lost to River. Milan will beat Urawa, but that's only 3 points. As long as Monterrey beats Urawa, they'll make it out of the group. Even if they lost to River. If they lose to River, they still only have to beat Urawa. As long as they get 6 points, they're through. Let's also remember River just played a Japanese team, but wouldn't shock me. If Milan loses to River, Monterrey, all they have to do is beat Urawa. Beating River would only be to win the group. If River beats Milan, Monterrey is pretty much through unless they lose to Urawa, which I don't see happening because I don't see it happening. Monterrey's getting out of the group. Acerbi's getting cooked. It's like Bob Bradley's USA beating Spain. That was the best thing Bob Bradley ever did. All the credit in the world for that. That was a really good game, but that was 2009. It was, what, 16 years ago? Holy shit. Throws in. And there's a little bit of a fight. 64th minute. The Oilers game. Yeah, the Curaçao game sucks. 33rd minute, 1-0 for Monterrey. So, for Honduras versus Canada, we have Dane St. Clair, Richie Lorea, Joel Waterman, Luc de Fougereau, Segor, Saliba, Chouanière, Ahmed, Buchanan, David Oluwaseyi. Okay, so we're rotating. Are you out of your mind? 64th minute. What are we doing? What are we doing? Dane St. Clair in goal over Crepeau. Lorea, that's fine. Joel Waterman, fine. Luc de Fougereau, as long as he doesn't take a penalty, I guess he's fine. Segor, I guess we have to. Saliba, Chouanière instead of Eustachio. Ahmed, Buchanan, David Oluwaseyi. At least it's not Kyle Larin. Schaffelberg on the bench. Osorio, Nelson, Miller, McGill, Larin, Kone, Knight, LaBelle, Jefferson, Promise David, Crepeau, Bassong on the bench. Yeah, the Oilers are losing tonight, if I had to be honest. It's just not going in. Of course it was a header for Sergio Ramos. Of course it was. It's not the best 11. I know. Ramos scored. Now Messi has to score. Shot save by El Salvador. Like, dude, rotate against Curaçao. It's been a week. Dude, it's been a week since the Ivory Coast game. What are we doing? It's not the best 11. They're going to make me look like an asshole. Canada's going to make me look like an asshole. 67th minute. Huh. Nil, 67th minute. Yeah, you were right. You were right. Curaçao is fraudulent, and El Salvador still sucks. Both things can be true at the same time. Well, El Salvador has no forward play, but both things can be true at the same time. Canada should kill both these teams. If they beat Honduras, they're getting 9 points. I'm pretty damn sure of it. If Canada beats Honduras, they're getting 9 points in this group. I'm sure of it. Which I was sure of it anyway, but no, El Salvador is just as bad as I thought they were, and Curaçao is honestly as fraudulent as you said they were. I was more worried about Curaçao than El Salvador, let's be honest. But I'm not worried about either of them. They have no quality. Neither of the teams really have quality. Honduras does have a little bit. Like, they should still, let's be real, Canada should still win with the starting 11 they put out. But '68th minute, because Canada plays at 9:30. I didn't want to do a double stream. I'm doing 2 streams, but I didn't want to do a double review. I just wanted Canada. I just wanted to do Canada tonight. So I did the Curaçao game because it leads into the Canada game, and I just want to do a Canada review. So maybe, I guess so, sure. Canada matters more to me. And I wanted to at least give them one of their own, because I think we're doing another double for them later during the group stage. So I guess I am a jackass. I don't know. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes I am. This is my channel. I choose what to do. That makes me a jackass, so be it. I choose my schedule. If that makes me a jackass, so be it. Yeah, I agree with that. Dude, I watch Toronto every weekend. Dude, I could pick a different MLS game every weekend, but I watch Toronto's game every weekend. Yeah, no, I'm a jackass. I'm a stubborn jackass. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know. 70th minute. El Salvador's trash. Agreed. Well, I mean, if John Cena is, I guess. But I guess if the prototype's on his Rudo phase, I guess the finished product has to be too, yeah? We all know this. Honduras. These 2 teams are shit. They're so bad. I had Honduras being second anyway, but this is worse than I expected. El Salvador I knew was trash. Curaçao, I thought, hey, you know what? They have a little bit of potential. No. This El Salvador team is so bad. Well, hold on. This El Salvador team is so bad. Okay, no, actually I had Curaçao having 3 losses. El Salvador still somehow beats them. Huh. But Honduras is still second. This is so bad. Lautaro scores for Inter. 1-1. Has been 1 penalty. Could do a double watch along. 1-1. Well, technically would be a triple. I didn't realize this game would be so bad. That's on me. Neither Panthers or Oilers got a penalty so far in their game. Yeah. The later it gets during the series, during the Stanley Cup playoffs, especially the Stanley Cup, they stop calling shit. Let's put it like this. Is it bad? Jurgen Lacadia coming on for Curaçao. So why you like the Gold Cup's going on at the same exact time as the Club World Cup? Be mad at CONCACAF, not me. But the Club World Cup's a one-time thing. This is the first ever Club World Cup, the big one. Should do more of that. Right, but the Gold Cup is the Gold Cup. Technically, that's still more prestigious. Blame CONCACAF for scheduling them right up next to each other. They're the idiots that started this. I'll blame them, not me being a jackass. Even though I might be. Even though I might be a jackass. Blame the idiot who scheduled the Gold Cup together with a freaking Club World Cup. That wasn't my fault. Well, actually, Trinidad St. Kitts will probably get more views than PSG Real Madrid. So, at least on this channel. So, joke's on you, right? Jokes. Have you seen how good the Trinidad stuff does? Have you seen how good that does on this channel? Dude. I would get, like on this channel, I would get more views doing Trinidad than PSG versus Real Madrid. Joke's on you. You picked the wrong example. Joke's on you. You picked the wrong example. Trinidad's like the one thing that's a lock. Like always pays off. Like that's, like if you said, I don't know, Curaçao versus Dominican Republic, then yeah, no, that's a good example. But Trinidad always pays off. Come on. Numbers wise. Yeah, because FIFA has more money than CONCACAF. Wow, that's a secret. Well, that's a dirty little secret. '75th minute. '75th minute. 15 more minutes. Curaçao, y'all are frauds. I care more about stuff that's happening in my own side of the world. I think that makes sense. Brian Heel is off for Mauricio. Like, though, seriously, doesn't it make more sense to actually care about the stuff that's happening on your own side of the world? Like, you know how I feel about Euro snobs. How do you miss that? They're frauds. True. Like, '76th minute. Like, this is my side of the world. Like, if I didn't care about, I care enough about Europe, I'd do the freaking Champions League final. Exactly. Like, I've done the UEFA Champions League final. I do the UEFA finals. I did the Euros last year. And the Copa. I'm not that much of a jackass. I respect European football, but I live in North America. This is my side of the world. I have respect for the football that's played in this side of the world. Is that so bad? They're mad I chose Trinidad or Curaçao versus Salvador over Monterrey. That's what they're mad at. They're mad that's what I chose. They're mad I chose the wrong game. And Panthers score 3-0. It's nothing. Well, yeah, that's it. That's it. Because this game's boring. This match is not exactly good football. True, but it's not that deep. Hot take, but I think Apple TV is still the best streaming service for this. I wish Apple TV had everything. How'd the Maple Leafs have a better fight than the Oilers? Well, I told you the Maple Leafs, the only team I was afraid of was the Florida Panthers. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that whoever won Toronto versus Florida was going to win the Cup? Seems like I was right. Like, actually, seriously, seems like I was right. If Toronto beat Florida, Toronto would have won the Cup. But whoever won, that was the real Stanley Cup. That Toronto-Florida series was the real Stanley Cup. It was. And I said that when that was going on. I was just, when I said Edmonton was going to win, I wanted Edmonton to win. I was coping. I deep down wish Toronto was there. Damn. That sucks. Big ol' is over. McDavid's going to be a Leaf. Yes, it was. I said that back in May. I said it back in May when it happened. It was the real Stanley Cup final. I still stand by that's exactly what it was. $29 fouls, only 4 yellow cards. Hey, let him play. Let him play. And that's a behind the net for El Salvador. They get a corner. Yeah, if Toronto won Game 7, they would have won the Cup. Or just won 4 games in that series. They won Game 3 or Game 7, they would have won the Cup. Yeah. I don't think Carolina was that good. Toronto would have stomped them too. Do I think Toronto-Edmonton would have been more even? Sure. Yeah. 81st minute. '82nd minute. Sam Reinhart hat trick. Yeah, honestly, yes. It was actually pretty good. I liked it. I thought it was a really solid pay-per-view. I thought they had good matches. It was a good melding of the worlds of AAA and WWE/NXT. I did watch it later, but it was solid. I think it was a solid show. I think it was a solid show. I hope to see more like that. 83rd minute. I thought it was a solid show. So do that what you will. Eh? Oh, shit. The closest Papa John's and Pizza Hut to the Pentagon have both surged in traffic as of 9:02 Eastern. Ah, shit. There's a McDonald's in the Pentagon. I'll work at the McDonald's in the Pentagon. Something like that. I don't know. Anybody? Nobody knows that reference. Yes. Yes, I am. Of course I am. Yeah. Oh, Drake Calendar's at the game for Florida versus Edmonton. He's hurt, but he's at a hockey game. Well, he can watch, yeah. Dude got displaced by Rocco Rios Novo and William Yarbrough and Oscar Ustadi, and he's sitting at a hockey game. How the mighty have fallen. Jesus Christ. I've been keeping up with the score, yeah. I have the Font Mob tab up. 1-1 at halftime. Uno mito tiempo. And the end of the second period's 3-0 Florida. Man, like, he's had a hard fall, Drake Calendar. Like, that man is legit went from goalie for Messi to nobody. Like, it's gotta hurt, man. Like, that's gotta hurt. Like, that's gotta hurt. Mm. 85th minute. Doesn't help that Ustadi played super well against Al-Ali. Which game is the boring game? El Salvador versus Curaçao. This game sucks, my lord. El Salvador versus Curaçao is the boring game. Well, he was already been the starter. The starter. Donkey! Donkey! Thanks for the $1.99 super chat with it. We're building something special. Mexico wins 2025 Gold Cup. Haven't watched Canada play at all. Can you say that? Ah. '88th minute. It's one game. Imagine the crash out we could get. I want Canada to win the Gold Cup, but it'd be funny if they didn't. 89th minute. Header. Yeah, I'm going to crash out hard if they don't. Put the game on to see for myself. Won't make the Oilers win a Stanley Cup. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Come on, Curaçao, do something. Where's that stick meme? '89th minute, 30 seconds to go before stoppage time. Yes, I think last year's Oilers team would have beat this Oilers team. How much stoppage time are we going to get? How much stoppage time? We all know who's getting out of this group, and it's not these two. Agreed. Three minutes of stoppage time. Two minutes to go. Probably. You did. You did. I said you did. Halfway through stoppage time. Daniel's going to get jealous. We have a stadium. For some reason, they're building a Max Verstappen statue. Oh, they're not? I wonder if they will. Red Bull as a football club has no legends, but Max Verstappen is a Red Bull legend. So corporate, they might just do it. I wouldn't put it past them, actually. I wouldn't put it past them, actually. Damn. I'm not surprised, though. They've been going after her for... ...93 minutes. And this should be it. Yep. And that's full time. 0-0. Settle is settle. That's it. Settle esta noche. 0-0. That's it. There you go. If you like this stream, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification button. Subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you in a couple of minutes for Canada versus Honduras. See you then. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you.